Why do friendships not last in your 20s? Especially like coming out of high school, college, stuff like that. I think it has to do a lot with once you get out of high school, college, like I said, a lot of people really just start doing their own thing. And it really comes into fruition when you get a little bit into your 20s and you start realizing that, some people are getting big boy, big girl jobs. Other people are resorting back to staying in school, going to trade school, they're doing other things with their life. Some people are just getting the normal retail jobs, just, staying at home, trying to save up money. And you quickly realize that everybody really starts doing their own thing, start becoming adults. And then you get to the whole thing where people start having kids, start getting into serious relationships, start getting engaged. And the whole like friendship thing, unfortunately, kind of goes out the window. I keep my circle very small in my life. I just figure it gives me so much more peace. I just very much prefer the peace, prefer to do my own thing. I've always been like that ever since I was a kid, though. But it is nice to chat it up with some buddies that I knew from high school every once in a while. But we're all pretty much doing our own thing at this point. And yeah, does it suck? But it's overall the part of growing up. Some people take their life very seriously. They end up moving away from their hometown, getting a big job, nice paying job, get their own house, get their own cars. Some people stay complacent. They just want to stay home, stack their bread. And there's nothing wrong with doing either one of them things. But like I said, the time. People just don't have the time anymore. And they start having kids, and kids take 90% of your time with most people. So if you're kind of at that point where you're like, I'm losing friends, I'm losing relationships, it's kind of a normal way of growing up. You end up going to jobs and finding new friends where you actually see them every day. Maybe they go from your coworker to a friend and you just get new friends. But those friends from high school and college, eventually, you just kind of just drift away. I would rather have that than try to force something that's not there, right? Like if both of you really aren't wanting to hang out with each other, you're not really texting each other, it's every couple months, hey man, how you doing? And you kind of just naturally drift away. I think that's better than trying to force something that's not there. You guys had your memories, you had your fun, you had those chances together, and you should just be grateful for that. And like I said, just don't force nothing, because it is just the way that people just grow away from each other that is sad. And people talk about it all the time, how they lose friends, but it's just a part of life. But all of us have basically kind of grown away. We've all pretty much all gotten different jobs. A couple of the guys there have gotten engaged, which is great for them, happy as hell for them. But you grow away, and it's natural. Just smile because it happened. Because honestly, you shouldn't take anything for granted. You shouldn't be mad. And always open the idea to making new friends, new experiences, going to a new job, getting new friends there. It's all just a part of this game of life.